from Southeast Asia, I guess it's not too customary to give these direct blurts and stream of consciousness, expressive kind of recordings, make those recordings or give opinions in this part of the world. But as I've been rather reclusive perhaps over the last 2.5 years since I've been here, I do feel it may be time for an update. Speaking with the student just now, I recall February the 29th, 2009 when I came here, and the feeling that I had as the wheels of the Airbus A340 of Swiss Air lifted off the tarmac in Zurich, and my neighbor asked me, a woman from Italy, my neighbor, sitting in the plane, asked me what it was that I was going to do here, and I said I would be moving here. At the time, the rubber peeled off the tarmac. There was no going back. There would be no going back easily, and that sensation was rather moving from the time I shut the door of the apartment building in the Rue du Faubourg Poissonnière, and the time I pulled into the street over here. I think we clearly changed dimensions there. Prior to leaving, sorry, I'm suffering from quite a lot of pollution and dust-driven allergies in this area of the world. Prior to leaving, I do feel that my evaluation, which I carried out over an extended period of time and subsequently to a short visit of 3 weeks in this country, not long before moving out of France, was about 75% accurate with regard to day-to-day life and about 25% wrong. Meanwhile, I feel that a vast majority of people from the Western world are about 90% wrong in their evaluation of this geographical locale or specific jurisdiction as they pass through on vacation and or short-term working spells. For most people, the working spells here are short-term for very specific reasons. Additionally, whilst I feel that I'd attain a very, very high degree of accuracy in terms of preempting or understanding in advance the kind of relationships that I might be able to have with people here, the kind of life I might be able to live, and that what kind of cost, to what extent I may be able to integrate into the local population, to what extent that may be unacceptable to the local population, to what extent that may be welcomed. I feel I was fairly spot on. Again, perhaps a quarter of my feelings were fairly wide of the mark of any reasonable kind of accuracy. However, with regard to the experience of working here, I think that my evaluation, almost non-existent as it was, of that upcoming inevitability was rather 25% correct and 75% totally inaccurate. And my experiences here of my life at the office, which is taking around 12 hours a day, my life outside the office, are absolutely opposite in a way that I've never experienced in my life before. The way two parts of your life can be juxtaposed and interwoven, but that trying to form that interweaving is an almost impossible task. Just came home on the bus. Had the great pleasure of coming home on the bus. I knocked off work. It's now 10:40 p.m. I dropped by for some fried chicken, which is in this bag because all of the dishes are dirty in my kitchen that I've built on my balcony using gas cylinders for cooking, which is great. Especially cooking outside is great with a view. a fantastic privilege, actually, and especially with the plethora of fresh and cheap ingredients that are available in the tropical part of the world like this, especially with such fantastically supported agriculture, in a way similar to that which we can see in France, but more so than in France. Tragically for the French people, and the cultural similarities between this country and France never end. I often have the pleasure of that discussion with Japanese students, some of whom have lived in Paris previously and lived here, and we endlessly come to the provisional conclusion that culturally speaking, of course, behavior is different between where I am speaking to from now and France, but in terms of attitude, life perspective, Weltanschau, and style of thinking, attitudes towards one's own country, towards other countries, towards money, towards work, towards food, are fundamentally very profoundly the same. I had the great pleasure of coming on the bus, and I say great pleasure because it's an enormous relief to sit in that bus every day, boiling hot as it is, with no windows and possibly no place to sit down, and actually be able to chat to somebody quite cute and rather chubby girl made a pass at me in the bus, which I mean, I'm not saying it's a benefit, but it does reflect the possibility of communicating with other people that you're commuting with, which is impossible in the RARB coming from Charles de Gaulle Airport into that toilet. Well, I think we'd better avoid any description at all of Gare Nord on a Paris Nord station. I'm going to have to wind up here and run out of memory. In the meantime, I'm planning to go to Paris in springtime next year, so I would hope to meet all of those people that motivate, inspire, intrigue, and add significant value to my life during the week that I will come there, God willing. And I hope to give a little bit more news on that over time. I should sign off now. Wish everybody a very relaxing, whatever it is you're doing. I wish that it would be very relaxing for you at some stage. And peace to you in everything that you do. And may you give peace to everyone that you touch.